Oh, no shit. Recordings in progress. What's up, everybody? It's Lopez here. You're listening to the Midweek Memo with me and Urena. Thank God he's back because I was going fucking nuts without this motherfucker here. And shit, I'm so excited. I forgot to do the fucking intro. Gunline, gunline, gunline. We got a fire mission coming down. And let's just push on along through it, man. How you been, man?
Pretty good. Finished school. I'm educated now, and shit's about to change around here.
Oh,
But yeah, I got bored, so I put in for another degree. So more school.
what the fuck? What are you gonna study now?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's for a bachelor's though. So I just figured that'll probably take another like year and some change.
Shit, that's what's up, man. I mean, I doubt the army will let you go now. I mean, being that they're getting rid of all those motherfuckers that don't have the Rona, they're gonna need the manpower, man.
You know what? They'll be all right, man. They're gonna be all right.
They had their chance.
Yeah, they were all right when before I joined. They're gonna be all right after I leave.
Facts.
I did my time, man.
Dude, it's been a fucking sad couple of fucking weeks for the army too, no?
Yep.
Fucking lost old Ray Ordierno.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking just yesterday, fucking Colin Powell, bro.
Yeah. Was it yesterday? Yeah. You know that's wild. That whole thing. Like the whole. Oh man, and I try not to be a conspiracy guy, right?
Bring it, baby, bring it.
This isn't really a conspiracy. It's just what's been like what the media has chosen to focus on. Like we were talking about what 80 something years old, and he died, and then he's already fighting cancer apparently, but he dies of complications from COVID. I'm like, dude.
See, I wasn't gonna say it, but thank God
No, I'll say it. Fuck it, man. Like, dude, you're 84. Like, you already beat some records, man. You already made it farther than what you're supposed to. Like, congratulations, you made it far. And then you're fighting cancer, and you made it that far. Congratulations. The COVID, I don't know. I don't think COVID had anything to do with it. You got to die eventually.
Exactly, bro. I'm with you 100% on that. It's either way, it's a tragic loss to see a man of that stature go down. But yeah, the narrative of him dying because of complications from COVID. That's like saying that a motherfucker died because he had the sniffles, when in reality, the nigga had fucking HIV, AIDS, full blown. I don't know. I'm trying to somehow or another mix them together. But I mean, as we sit here and we discuss those two great men, the question comes into mind, like, what exactly elevates them to that stature? Like, what exactly is there to make Colin Powell a great general? I never served under him.
Well,
and so I don't know. I mean, what do you think are the achievements one must make in order to be held in that stature? And who do we use as a par or, as a comparison?
That one's tough. So I'd say he was great because of the Gulf War. I mean, when I was a kid, like he was all over the TV, when the Gulf War happened. Mm-hmm. He was the general that oversaw like our victory, our last like real combat victory.
Well, wouldn't that actually have been General Schwarzkopf?
Yeah. But Powell's in there. And there was he was in that group, of generals. Right. Basically. Yeah. And then he was able to successfully transition into like a civilian position, like a member of the president's cabinet and stuff, and he did it successfully. He didn't have, with maybe the exception of his speech about like the the tubes inside some fucking trailers to get us into Iraq. That's when he kind of started slowly like dipping away, kind of like, you know what?
About
But
the
outside
whole
of
weapons of
that,
mass
his
destruction was a
reputation,
lie.
I think so. I think it was bullshit. My personal opinion. Like we just needed to get it in there. Like
Right.
that's just how it works, man. And that might crush a lot of hearts. Like, oh no, I think I swear. Like there's people that will swear up and down that they saw some shit down. No, dude. If some fucking international inspectors couldn't find it, some fucking private Joe Snuffy in Iraq definitely did not see fucking chemical shit out there. We just needed a reason to get in there. We needed to get a reason to get in there. We got in there. We did what we had to do and stuff. And it's okay to say that we went in there over some fucking made up shit, man. It's okay. There's nothing wrong. You're not
man,
any less American.
He tried to kill my daddy. He tried to kill my daddy. Like Chappelle said, he tried to kill my daddy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
He transitioned successfully, right? The point is he transitioned successfully. He's memorable because like he oversaw some big high level shit. He was in the fucking White House during the 9/11 era. So he's got some oomph to his name.
How about also, I mean, the inspiration that I think that he was for a lot of minorities, you know, humble beginnings out of Harlem from Jamaican parents who immigrated here.
Yeah.
No way he was going to get into West Point. I'm sure it was still segregated at that time. Because I mean, he went to the service, I believe it was in 58. Okay. And he got a commission through ROTC, you know what I mean? But yet, you know, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have guessed that he was like, honestly, West Point type, because just the way that he seems to have carried himself, you know. And what I do admire of him is that he seemed like someone who did not make excuses for shit to go. Yeah. You know, when we were going to go into Iraq, he stood as a lone man and said, Mr. President, nah, I don't think that's the right thing to fucking do. You know? Not a lot of motherfuckers do that anymore.
Nope. Definitely
not in the civilian sector and not in the fucking military. You know? So, I mean, I think it's just a
bunch of fucking yes men. If you say anything, you get fucked.
You get Gomard.
Huh. Yep.
Dude, it's just a tragic loss, you know, but it wasn't COVID. It was age. I mean, let's be realistic. A man who fucking served in the military as long as he did, served in politics as well. I mean, he got to 84, bro. That's a fucking pretty good life. Odierno didn't make it out of his fucking 60s. So
yeah, man. And that's what people were like. Oh, if Odierno died of COVID, I'd be like, okay, like maybe, you know, just a little bit, you know, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. But like, if you're 84, dude, and this is a virus that predominantly, and people listening to this can fucking Google this shit. Mm-hmm. This virus predominantly kills the people that are not healthy, that are older, tend to be older, or tend to be fucking not in good health, like people out of shape.
You know, and I'm glad that you brought that up. I mean, now that we're talking about the fucking Rona, I was really trying to avoid getting into the Rona discussion. But ladies and gentlemen, check this out. How would you feel if your job tells you that you have to identify yourself as someone who has fucking received the vaccine and then upload your vaccination card into the system? If not, you will have to identify as yourself one that has not taken the vaccine and get weekly tests done. I'd feel like that's a bit of an overreach from a company. So my question is, and you know, maybe I'm incorrect on this. You're my stats guy, right? You're the stats man. But do you have any idea what the stats are on how many people that have the vaccine, not even gonna call it a vaccine, that's received the shot, have still caught or spread COVID?
It's everybody can, even
Well,
you can still catch it, even if you have the vaccine.
so
Like,
the shot. So with that being said, shouldn't everyone be getting tested weekly then, with or without the fucking shot in your system? Because if you can still be a spreader of the virus, you're potentially, we're letting you fucking breeze through the walkway without getting checked because you have a shot that doesn't stop the spread of the fucking Rona. So
yeah,
I think everybody across the board needs to be fucking checked, but they're not looking at it that way. Now get this. They haven't hashed out the details yet, but according to what I'm hearing, it can possibly affect those that work from home. If I'm working from fucking home, why do I need to even fucking present a goddamn card to you? Are you going to catch a fucking, the only virus you'll catch for me is if I go on YouPorn on the motherfucking work from home computer. But we have McAfee and Norton for that shit, right? So I find it to be an overreach of fucking of powers, man.
this is exactly why I said, you know what, fuck it, man. Like, I got the shot in March because I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. I called it. I should have written it down. That way I could have like retweeted, reshared all this shit.
I will
But
co-sign. I will co-sign that you did say this shit.
I knew this shit was gonna happen. Even like as soon as they said, "Hey, the shot's gonna be available in February. Like, who wants to get it? It's voluntary." I was like, "Sign me up, dude," because like I know what's gonna fucking happen. They're gonna keep twisting the fucking arms of everybody until you have to fucking get it, and it's gonna get as political as you can fucking get until everybody eventually fucking gets it, and then that's it. If you're a Democrat, you don't want everybody to get it. You want people to resist it because that keeps the conversation going, and it goes into next year's elections. Like, it's a wet dream for the Democrats for people not to get the shot, because it's like, oh shit, like I got 20% that don't get it. That's still some more arguments I can keep. That's like more news reports I can do. We can talk about this shit and paint people as crazy and all this shit. We could keep talking about it for another few more months. It's a wet dream.
And the reason we call this show on the gun line is because we talk on here as we would on the gun line. No fucks given, no censorship, no fucking no judgment. You know what I mean? No editing ourselves. And I've gotten very, very few views on YouTube anymore. Like, I don't know if they've stopped pushing my shit out, or people are just tired of hearing the same shit from me all the time. I don't know. But y'all, I get it. It's not for everybody. And for those of y'all that do listen, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for liking and subbing. Y'all the shit. Me and Urena are trying to give y'all some quality entertainment, but with some realness on the side of it, But dude, it's overreaching of powers. I love that the people of California finally grew some balls. Did you see what happened out there?
Nope. What happened?
Oh, so you know how Gavin Newsom decided that all kids are going to get fucking the shot and if they want to go to school?
Mm-hmm.
Parents said, fuck you, guy. I ain't doing that shit. So a lot of fucking parents kept their kids home. A lot of parents are now trying to step up and say, no, pump the brakes. Now, I get it. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, y'all. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm an anti-mandating motherfucker, And for all of y'all adults that have given yourself the fucking shots, would you give it to your fucking kids? How much faith do you have in that shot you took? It was good enough for you. Is it not good enough for your children? What are your thoughts on that?
All right. One, I think Californians the people of California are stupid. Like 1 minute they're complaining about fucking Gavin Newsom. You seen that meme where the guy is riding his bicycle and he sticks his stick in his own
Yes.
fucking wheel and he falls. He's like, God damn it, like Gavin Newsom. Like that, the people from California are the fucking dude in the bike. They know what the fucking problem is, but they refuse to. I don't know if they just don't know how voting works, but it's like, man, I hate homelessness all over my beaches. Man, I hate high prices. Man, I hate high taxes. I
Mhm.
hate fucking the government telling me what to do with my fucking kids. I
Right.
hate having to do all this shit. I hate how I have to fucking close my business. I hate how everything costs goddamn a lot. Oh, I gotta vote. I'll vote for Gavin Newsom though. Like, how
Because
fucking stupid. Like, they don't know anything about anything. They're just so stupid in that state. Now I'll probably get canceled for this. I don't give a fuck. I'll just go into hiding.
you know
I don't
what?
care.
We're gonna name this the fucking cancel me episode.
Yeah,
Cancel me,
cancel the fuck out of me because like those people are stupid. They had an opportunity to get rid of the guy, and it's like, there's
bro.
an election. Oh man, I don't know. Gavin Newsom's the only name I recognize, so I'll just vote for him. Stupid. People are stupid.
Dude, you hit it on the head. I mean, they vote on party lines versus, on their convictions. You know what I mean? Oh, well, Republicans are bad. You know what? I was a Californian. I'm born and raised in LA.
Yeah.
And, as a young man, I would get it in the mail. You got to vote for this person. You got to vote for that person. You got to vote for this person. Like they told you who to vote for. Or you want your community to get better? Vote for this person. Of course, I want my community to get better. And who, they were the ones that came to pander to us. So I fucking fell in line like a fucking sheep, like a fucking lemming. All right. It wasn't until my time in the military where I was exposed to different ideologies and different ways of thought. I don't just have to think this way because I'm told to think this way. You know what I mean? I could think for myself. Go figure. And
I was gonna say they are the most trend following people. Like there's no, like, I grew up there too, and I can honestly tell you that nobody in California knows anything about how like voting works. They just know that, oh, there's an election because the television told them to do it. And who's running? Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like he wouldn't have, like it wouldn't matter what party he was with. They just voted because his name was on it, and they're like, man, that would be so cool. Like nobody knows shit. And the same thing, like I get it, you're a sports fan. Like you support your LA teams. All right, cool. But 99.999999999 of the other sports fans that are out there only go to these games because the teams are winning. They don't know shit about the rules to the sports. They
right.
don't know. Nobody knows how fucking football is played. Nobody knows how fucking baseball is played. They only know like, oh, the Dodgers or the Chargers are in the fucking postseason. Let me go buy a ticket because that's
Right.
cool. Like nobody knows shit in that state. Like it's I don't like the biggest economy also leads the nation in the highest fucking poverty rates, the highest fucking one of the poorest states in education, highest rate of teen pregnancy. Like just the list goes on and on and on of
Right.
how shitty that state is.
California, man. California. And I love California no matter what. I think it's a beautiful state. Beautiful. I don't think that you and I have a disagreement in that California is one, if not one of the most beautiful states there is, the most beautiful state. And I'm not talking about politically or, I'm talking about scenically, because you have everything in one state: mountains, desert, beaches, and you could experience them all in one fucking day. Snow. You could go skiing in the snow.
Just driving down the highway, and like you got the coast, the Pacific Ocean, just like the weather is perfect, the palm trees.
Yep.
There's like there's a beauty to that state. Like,
And
it's amazing.
meanwhile, you go to downtown LA, you might as well be in Austin, from my understanding, because I don't know if you've seen Austin lately, bro.
No, I mean, I've been there a few times.
Oh my God.
I've seen the slow shit that happen.
Yeah, it's, I expect big cities to lean blue. That's where the minorities are. Hence why that's where all the crime is. And I'm not saying all the crime is because of the minorities. I'm saying the more populated an area is, whoever is the majority there is going to be the majority of the crime.
Let's put a different perspective on it. Not just the majority of people, but think of it as where the biggest discrepancy between the poor and the rich are.
Yeah.
Right. And you create so much envy between poor people. They see nothing but rich people. What do they want to do? They want to commit crimes. They want to steal shit. So you can see that in those bigger populated Democrat-led areas. That kind of tells you something, that like maybe one party is more beneficial to the rich, even though they say they're not. They say, oh, we're going to tax the rich. We're going to tax the rich. Like, we're going to tax the people in our club.
Right.
We're going to give you some chump change, peasants and stuff. Like, it's a corrupt system, and people are so like sold by it. Like, there's a syndrome, right, where you fall in love with your captor, with your abuser. Stockholm syndrome.
Patty Hearst.
I think that's what like some of these like cities have, Stockholm syndrome. Like, they get so abused by their own party, but like they get crumbs though. And this is like, look, man, you keep voting. I know I just fucked you 5 times,
right?
But if you keep voting for me, I'm gonna give you welfare. I'm gonna give you,
dude,
free medical care and stuff.
I saw a meme. I don't know how true it is, because I mean, it's got to be true. It was on the internet, but it was like a Stalin type of meme, where I guess Stalin took all these fucking feathers off a goddamn chicken, bleeding, it's clucking, like going fucking crazy, because he deplucked it while it was still alive, right?
Yeah.
And then he throws the fucking chicken on the floor and then starts throwing bread to it and bird seed. And what's the chicken doing? Eating and following him. And he's like, that's how people are. No matter how bad you fucking treat them, you throw them a little bit of shit and they'll follow you. It's sad. It's really sad, man. And it's disappointing. And circling back to the whole thing about, these mandates at work, not just my job, but there's a lot of fucking employers that are about to lose a lot of fucking employees. I don't know if people understand how much of Americans are. You know what I mean? Yeah, you could try to intimidate us, but at the end of the day, motherfucker, you're playing with fucking Hellraiser's fucking little GameCube, and you're about to turn that little circle, and all the motherfucking chains are about to pop out and de-skin your ass.
Check this out, right? Let's look at it from a conspiracy perspective, right?
Send it.
Like, what's happening right now, right? America is in turmoil, right? Our economy is kind of crashing, right? Unemployment's rising. Mm-hmm. Everything's destabilized because of this virus, this one virus, right? That wasn't created by us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the country where it came from, how are they doing financially?
Mm-hmm.
How are they doing economically? Are they okay? Are you hearing the same shit from them? Their economy tanking?
My brother, I'm gonna feed you a little bit of chicken. Oh my God. Check this out, babe. Check this out, baby bird.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with Lee Hunt a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if it was on a podcast or if it was between me and him. But what you're alluding to, I talked to him about. Literally, if this is what you're connecting. I told him, we were talking about China invading us, China taking over the US, right?
Yeah.
And I told him, dude, it's not going to happen in the way that traditionally it would be done, with boats and landing craft and shit like that. It's not going to be done like that. What's the best way to do things? make them have internal turmoil.
Yeah.
Divide and fucking conquer. All right. You start fucking introducing shit to make them fight against each other. Let them fight against each other. Then from there, eventually, if it escalates, which I think it will, it becomes another civil war. And what happens? The losing side, which would probably be the one with the less fucking military, is going to be asking for foreign aid. Who's going to come to the rescue? The motherfuckers that have been waiting for us to be bickering. And are we going to say no when China says, hey, man, I got some AK-47s I can supply you with? You know, hey, man, you need some help? I got you with some airplanes. You need some help? I got you. All we ask from you, just give us a little bit of the money that you already owe us.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it, the invasion coming. Divide and conquer. We're already arguing. We're fucking imploding as a goddamn country. We're imploding. You know, this experiment of the U.S. is what, 230 something years old, 240 something years old?
Yeah.
Maybe 250 at the most. And where has it gotten? You know, we're the fucking, how can we hold ourselves to a standard when we're still fucking in diapers compared to the dynasties before the US? They've seen this happen before. We're going to eat each other up. They're going to come in and say, we'll save you. Learn Chinese, motherfucker. I don't know if that's where you were going, but if not, let me hear yours.
No, okay. So here's what I think, right? And it's not verified by fact. It's just an opinion, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. I think China created this shit.
Of course.
Right. They did it on purpose, because you don't just work in a fucking lab and you know, you got this highly contagious fucking virus. Would you weigh the consequences of what could happen if you release this shit, right? Oh, you're gonna get a bunch of people sick. It's not gonna be a lot of people, but you're gonna get it spread to the U.S. And then when it spreads to the U.S., there's gonna be this infighting, political infighting, all this crazy shit. And the good thing is they're never gonna blame the Chinese, because if you do so, hey, stop Asian hate.
Yep, it's racist.
Stop Asian hate. The U.S. is so fucking woke that they're not gonna blame the one fucking source where this shit came from. So, you know, like, why wouldn't I fucking release this?
You know what you just dropped? A motherfucking truth bomb. This is a truth bomb here, brought to you by Red Leg Custom Woodworks, 105 millimeter round. And this is going to be representing the truth bomb that Urena just fucking dropped, because it makes too much fucking sense. But why can't anybody else see it, Urena?
But because we're too busy fighting each other. It's already effective. It's effective because we're so blinded by our own infighting. Like the Delta variant, that came from South Africa, man. That came from South Africa. No amount of fucking vaccination would have prevented that shit. But do we ever talk about how it came from South Africa? Why we didn't blame the South Africans? No. We're so busy blaming each other, blaming the people that aren't vaccinated, blaming the people that are vaccinated. We're so divided. This shit works that we refuse to blame the people that created this shit, the people that are still spreading the shit, the people that are still creating mutations in other countries. Like, it's like we were so fucking against name calling that when the Delta variant first came out, they're like, do not call it the South African variant. We're gonna call it the Delta variant.
Right.
All right. Do not call it the Indian variant. Do not call it the British variant.
Right.
Okay, because that's offensive.
You know, and meanwhile, the world laughs. You know, meanwhile,
what's Russia doing? Where are they? Do they not have the same virus? All these other countries that are against us, they have the same virus. what's happening there. Their economy is still continuing as usual. They're still business, they're still expanding, they're still growing militarily. They don't give a fuck. They did this shit on purpose, and now like we're too distracted. We're fucking around.
I mean, dude, and all the communist countries are within the same area. You got Vietnam, China. Russia claims they're not communist anymore, but would they love to have the Soviet Union back? You know, North Korea, shit. That's a hell of a power play. You know, it's like a game of Risk right now. And again, all they got to do is watch his fucking self implode and then pick up the scraps. That's all there's to it. That is all there's to it. Did you call me gay? Oh no, never mind. But
look at what happened. One last thing for my conspiracy.
No, go ahead.
For me, something that kind of shifted away from, but I think was one of the primary origins or the reasons why. When COVID first happened, it happened on the heels of the protests in Hong Kong. Remember that? There was some anti-government shit, right? Some like real hardcore anti-China shit that was out of control. You had crowds of protesters. You had a movement. The U.S. was getting involved. We were having the last laugh because it's like, look, democracy's about to fucking throw you under the bus. North Korea's chilling out. North Korea's like not. They're willing to come to the table and talk to Daddy USA and stuff. And then all of a sudden COVID happens, and then oh shit, now you can't have mass gatherings. Those people that are protesting in Hong Kong, you got to go home, homeboy.
Bro, I mean, it's so aggravating. And to the listeners, apologizing ahead of time that this turned into a COVID fucking episode, but honestly, China virus. China, y'all know what y'all did. And hopefully enough motherfuckers will wise up, you know? Because it's one thing is that once America finds out that you guys did this shit intentionally, Americans are very prideful people. We'll put that shit to the side about hurting each other, and we'll start hurting y'all.
We know they did it, though. We know they did it.
Well, we don't have enough of a mass. Right now, we're too divided politically to accept that. Because like you said on the left, if they even say that it was done intentionally, it's racist. You know, yet fucking idiots, man. Anyways, you know, and what worries me though, you know, and this is going to segue into our next topic. What worries me, are we even capable militarily to stand up and put up a fight against fucking another power that be? You know, it would be a fucking bloodbath, because a lot of the seasoned fucking combat vets are either out or on their way out. You know, so my question is, let's hypothetically put away this fucking China shit going on right now, right? You have right now an army full of seasoned fucking veterans. Most of them should be staff sergeant or above. And anybody that actually saw anything is a senior staff sergeant and above that actually participated in any kind of armed conflict per se, right?
Yeah.
They're getting out, and the army's forcing some of them out. So what do you think this new garrison army is going to be like?
So here's the thing, and I get, all right, if you send right now as the army into active duty army into war, it's gonna kind of suck for the first rotation, and then once they get their cherries popped, it will be good. Will be America, you know, and stuff. One of the things that we benefit from as a country is this country was created from chaos. We are the original terrorist OG gangsters. That's what the U.S. is.
People ain't ready to hear that, you know, that what we consider patriots now were once called treasonous terrorists.
We invented chaos. Like
while overthrowing your government.
The British colonial dudes were like standing in straight lines. We're like, why don't we just hide in the bush and just like pick them off while they're walking from point A to point B? Like, because we don't have that many people, and like my cousin's sick. I've got a couple guns. You got a gun? I got a gun. Let's just hide in the bush and like we probably pick off the whole platoon and stuff. They'll probably line up.
Can I introduce something into that?
Yeah.
Could it probably have come from the French Indian War, where the Indians were probably like, "What the fuck are these guys doing?
Like,
are y'all stupid or something?"
The drummer is just the Native Americans are like, "What the fuck?
Like, you can't shoot him. He's an officer."
I'm just gonna throw a tomahawk. They killed the drummer. The war's over. Like, let's go. Like, and then we see that, and we're like, maybe we can do that against the British. We are a terrorist country. Like, that's how we came to be. And we're also a gun country. We love guns and stuff. Like, we can't be invaded. I am of the position we are uninvadable. As shitty as California is, there's enough essays and homies to be like, pull up, motherfucker. Like, there'll be drive-bys on the street daily. Like,
bro,
you cannot invade.
You know how many innocent Asians would die?
You cannot invade us. So we're good on that end. You could attack us, you could bomb us, but you're not going to be able to put boots on the ground.
Can I tell you how I would invade us if I was a foreign country?
What?
Just hear me out on this. Hear me out. Just, humor me.
Okay.
All those fucking ships outside of the coastline right now, outside of California?
Yeah.
All those connexes will be filled with fucking soldiers getting fed with arms and weapons. And as soon as they drop those containers off, guess what? People got to sleep at some time. You know what I'm saying? Pop open those motherfucking locks and just start coming in wave by wave. Now, would it be successful? Highly doubtful, but it will create enough chaos to at least put a dent. Like, oh man, we are invadable.
We have and then we have the Rocky Mountains that divide. So they'd have to make it, if they make it past the coast, they have to make it past the Rocky Mountains.
They got to make it past the desert. Yeah.
The desert. Like, it's hot as fuck, man. Like, they're not gonna make it. They're not. Nobody's gonna make it. They'll probably seize some of the shitty cities along the coast that will be like, you'll see people turn interpreter really quick towards the Chinese.
Dude, why not start off by invading fucking Seattle then? You think they really got some hardcore motherfuckers there? That's where I would hit first. No, man, you're being fucking racist, man. He's trying to liberate us.
We got enough people in the woods out there too. We got people that live in Oregon and stuff. We have people that are very familiar with our own terrain that live out there in those mountains.
But they're hippies, bro.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about like the militias. We got a lot of militias up there in the Northwest.
I don't know. What do y'all think, listeners? Do you think that the U.S. is capable of being invaded? I mean, not by Canada, not by fucking. I mean, we're already being invaded from the South. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that sounds racist for me to say that. I'm Latino. All right, y'all. I'm a son of fucking immigrants that came here illegally. Yes, but they came here in the late 60s and 70s, early 70s, when there was a need for my people. You know what I'm saying? And we weren't a hindrance to the community. My parents came and worked.
Here's another thing is like, we're like the Chinese are conscripts, right? They're conscripted. We volunteer for war. That's another thing. Americans volunteer for war. That's what sets us apart from everybody else. The Chinese are conscripts. They only go as far as their belief in their system takes them. And then it's like, hey, you're going to do this or you get shot in the head or whatever.
Okay.
We do it because we're like, fuck yeah, dude, where's the fight? Let's fucking do it.
I'll play devil's advocate on this one.
What's up?
Urena, I'm sure you've seen many of them yourself. They're all wolf, 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 till that fucking bullet cracks. Not everybody's made to, everybody wants to talk about it, but when it's time to be about it, they're like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go home, y'all.
Yeah, but you got
you guys. I'm going home.
You got a population of veterans from the 2000s that were exposed to irregular warfare, and we got beat up by some people with some like janky ass shit, right? Some pressure plates, some crazy shit. They beat us up. out there, whatever, and we just kind of like, we just said, fuck it, we're pulling out. But now these people like me, I'm going, I have more technological fucking access to more shit. I've got like a couple of fucking RC remote control cars. I got some fucking some drones and stuff. I could just strap some fucking C4 onto that shit using the internet.
Right.
And
Well,
fucking fly it into a platoon of Chinese invaders.
the benefit of them trying to invade us is that we can kill them without, with prejudice, not like out there that we don't know who's who. You know what I mean? Over here, oh, you got slanted eyes? Bye-bye, motherfucker. And I mean, I hate to bring this to you, Urena, but
Well,
you'd have to do some surgery on your eyes, bro, before you get thought up as the enemy. Either that, or we're gonna have to put your ass in an internment camp.
I ain't scared. No, I'm good, man. I'll just wear a necklace full of ears from the enemies,
dude.
And then plus they're gonna be far from the motherland, so that's another advantage that we got.
Unless, hear me out. Damn, your fucking internet's fucking up. Unless they have a bit of backup from Canada.
Nah, it wouldn't be in their best interest, because we're already gonna like, there's gonna be a flood of like immigration, like it's gonna be wild. You can't invade. They hate us because they ain't us, man. You can't invade us.
That's nigga went to that shit.
We're such a baller country. You just can't.
So, do you think, with theory that China set this up in order for us to fucking, self-implode and they could pick the scraps from it? Do you think that their plan is working to their advantage, or do you think that America's going to wake up eventually and be like, hey, let's stop? We need an event. We need another fucking event. I hate to say this, but we need another fucking event that's going to unite us. You know what I mean? We've had a couple of opportunities.
What it's can.
I
think that's what's gonna take. It's like, we know that like the people that pull the strings or whatever, like 13 Bravo reference, the people that pull the strings, they know that it's going to take a
catastrophic event,
terrorist attack for us to unite. Yeah, it's the only way out of this. It's the only way.
Yeah, I mean, is it to their benefit to unite us?
So, right, if something happened to our most respected leader, or somebody that's in a position of respect, right? What do you got to lose? If the man's already old, he was already on the way out, becomes an American leader, unifies the country in the process when he dies, and all the attention gets put back on. We stop this infighting shit. COVID ends, and we shift our attention to the person that killed our fucking leader.
Look, first of all, don't you wish any ill will on Saint Mattis, patron saint of chaos. Because God forbid somebody goes out and fucking puts in some work on General Mattis. Devil dogs will not let that fly. And there's a lot of fucking veterans that weren't even Marines, I included, that would ride or die for that man. I read his book, bro. It was a fucking outstanding book. I mean, it was great. It's about leadership and like how his time coming in from, childhood, butter bar, Gulf War, everything led up to his ultimate position as the Secretary of Defense, and being the man that he wasn't going to put out any kind of bullshit that went, the kind of drama that went down with Trump afterwards, until Trump decided to disrespect him, and but anyways, St. Mattis, we love you, brother. But anyways, I mean, I can see what you're saying, like, but we had multiple opportunities to have this country unite already, man. George Floyd was the very first opportunity to unite this fucking country. And what did we do? Divide up the fucking country even harder, bro. It was divided harder.
That all added to, I knew that wasn't, there's no anything racial will not, there's no uniting behind it. It has to be terrorism. It has to be an assassination.
Obama?
Of a person for us to unite against the common enemy.
So would you say somebody like Obama?
You'd see World War III, dude. That'd be some World War III shit.
You think so?
Oh yeah. That'd be guaranteed fucking World War III.
How long do you but how long after the blacks blame it on the whites? That the white people killed them.
No, I mean, if it was something like domestic terrorism, then
right. It'd have to be something from
fighting.
It'd have to be an outsourced thing. So, for example, let's say there's I got a good one. Maybe you've been alluding to this. Chinese terrorist comes and takes out the greatest president. It'd be the greatest assassination, the best. It'd be huge. Somebody from China would do it, and it'd be the best assassination ever. You think that would cause a cataclysm, or that would cause or would that be more perceived as a win? I think that would divide the country over.
It would divide the country, but one side would be fighting this other side. And the other side wouldn't want that to happen anyways, because then they'd have a party of like angry people, angry voters that will vote Republican in order to get something done about what just happened.
I'm about to get canceled by black folk right now.
Oh shit.
Y'all weren't the first motherfuckers in the Americas, all right? Stop saying that shit. Y'all sound ridiculous.
What?
Bro, they're saying that they are the original man in America. That not all of them, I'm fucking speaking obviously in generalities, but there's a select people that say that America was actually here with black folks prior, and then yeah.
Well, nobody knows, man. Like, we can't.
I'm pretty sure that there's a couple of motherfuckers that I served with that are pretty sure that their ancestors were here before the Europeans came.
Well, you know what? And then and white people think that Jesus is white. Like, it's
but we know better than that.
Do we though? Do we? Like,
we know he was Mexican, bro. He was our complexion, and his name was Jesus.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, man, because I've been to churches, like not the chicken places, because those are good.
Church's chicken is the shit.
I hope they're watching this, because I really love their biscuits. But I've been in enough churches to see that certain people think that Jesus is white. Like, and then you ask him, like, hey, he's from the Middle East, right? Like, that's where the whole thing took place.
Bro, but people think Jesus is black.
Could be.
No, absolutely fucking not.
What?
You see, my complexion fits more of
Do
that
you realize
era.
How hot it was out there? It was hot as fuck. You get tan.
That was good. That was good. But Jesus was not fucking black.
I don't know that. I wasn't there.
Look,
the dude
man,
supposedly walked on water too. I wasn't there.
Look, here's the thing, bro.
Yeah.
You show me some black folks that gonna give up bacon. I'll wait.
Okay. Hold on. I know a bunch.
Oh, then Muslim motherfuckers.
What? Wow. No.
Oh, cancel me. It's the
some
cancel me
people-
episode.
Some people just don't like pork, man, because it's a unhealthy. It's a dirty meat.
Do you believe when people say that pork is actually like a fucking yo? You know what? No, we're not ready for we're not ready for crosstalks yet, bro.
All right.
That was gonna segue into there right now, like in a heartbeat, bro. But nah, dude. I mean, honestly, circling back to the Garrison folk, and like, do you think that the Garrison lifestyle? I mean, they're gonna have to adapt and overcome either way. You know, you're no longer in a combat environment, but I think that a lot of them are going to be seen as toxic leaders and just let go, man. And unfortunately, they're the ones that need to train up this new batch of fucking soldiers. Because luckily, within our era, we still had Gulf War veterans. You know what I mean? Like my smoke, he was in the Gulf War.
Just put this into perspective, right?
Sure.
When I came in, people called me New Army. I was New Army, soft ass generation is what people called me. I'm that Army of one generation, all about me. Like, and then years go by, I look at the Army Strong generation. I'm like, really, dude, you guys suck. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? And then this generation, yeah, dudes like on TikTok saying like, oh man, these new soldiers suck, man. When I came in 2015, shit wasn't like that at all, you know. And I'm like, dude,
I get that it's generational, bro.
yeah,
I get
that. So here's the thing, right? If you look at the beginning of Iraq, we fucked up that situation. We went in, we could kick ass. The Americans could kick ass, but we didn't know how to hold territory. We just fucked up. We had a whole bunch of people that were going to war for the very first time with only garrison experience and stuff. Their biggest battle was making sure their Class A's looked good for the DA photo. Like, we inexperienced, and that led to the first year of Iraq where it was just like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, I don't know. Like, this is going against doctrine. Like, how do I conduct this war? And then as the years went on, you had lessons learned, you had people experience, shit was getting armored. We were starting to wear different kits, different shit, doing TTPs differently and stuff. And that's because we hadn't gone to war in the 90s. We didn't know this shit.
You're right.
The same thing happened in the Gulf War. They did the war by doctrine and stuff, but if that shit would have extended out past that 1 year, I'm pretty sure they would have experienced the same crazy terrorist shit. The same thing with Vietnam. Shit was supposed to make sense at the beginning.
Wow, dude.
And then it turned into some jungle warfare shit that they weren't ready for. And they only had, maybe their sergeant majors were like Korean war vets, and the only ones with some fucking experience. And you just keep going over and over and over.
You're right. I guess, you're right. I didn't think about it like that. I was looking at the 50 shot fucking target versus a 300. I'm looking at Fast Freddy, you know what I mean? Instead of looking at all 300. But yeah, you're right, man. You're right. I mean, I guess I just miss it. And I wish I could be there to help mold and train these young men, with the realities of what they're going to be facing when inevitably it comes. I want them to be ready. And there's only so much that NTC can teach you.
Put yourself in this situation. You're at the range, right? Say you're a PFC. This is like 2006. Were you a specialist or something?
Yeah.
All right. Say you're a specialist 2006 in Kuwait, going to a fucking small arms range, getting ready to go over, say for the first time, right? And you have the civilian contractor who's a Vietnam vet or a Gulf War vet. He's been contracted out to teach you how to shoot and stuff.
Right.
And he's like, hey guys, this is how you guys shoot, fucking when I was down there and stuff. What would you be thinking when he's trying to teach you about his experiences of war? Would you really care? Or would you be more focused on what you're about to go into and stuff. Now compare that to how you think he feels at the time, because he probably is going, man, I really need to tell these guys like some good lessons. I hope they listen to me, because I just went through this shit for like when I was their age. Now I've got all this knowledge that I get to impart on them. I'm not in the service, but I get to tell them about it. And then you're talking to this kid who's about to experience his war, his time differently. It's just, those are the kind of things I think about, because I'm like, in 10 years, say I'm like, or maybe 20 years, I'm in my 50s and shit. Another war pops off, maybe with Argentina or some shit.
Right.
And, I'm telling these kids like, hey man, when I was a veteran, because right now they won't even fucking listen to me. The ones that are in, they don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, you went to war? Oh, what was that like? That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Boomer. Okay, boomer.
It's just, they won't listen. Yeah, they won't listen.
And we're general.
They're so focused about their own shit.
And we're speaking in generalities right now. Obviously, there are some good fucking hard charging motherfuckers. With Kowalczyk, one thing we discuss is like there's a specific type of person that is made for the military, like warrior fucking class, and we were the ones. I'll throw myself in there because I'm the one that enjoyed it. Yeah, did I bitch about it when I was in? Of course, there were things that I fucking to this date still bitch about, but I loved it. I loved every fucking minute of it, and I might have bitched about this or that or this, but I will never say that I hated my time in the military. I'm not one of those that couldn't wait to get out. And then when I'm out, say, oh, I was a veteran. Those piss me off the fucking most, bro. I'm sure. Have you seen them on fucking Facebook? Like
all the time.
Dude, you know what irks the shit out of me? Oh, here we go on a motherfucking Staff Sergeant Lopez rant. You know what pisses me off?
What's that?
When I see motherfuckers that were on profile, dead man profile, on motherfucking deployments while in garrison, they were on profiles, can't do PT worth of shit, right? Guess what they're doing now? At the gym, getting these gains, looking good. I'm thinking to myself, bitch, why couldn't you do that when you're in the Army? Why couldn't you do that then? Took too much fucking discipline? And if this fucking feels like it's talking to you, then guess what? It probably is. You know who y'all are, you fucking shitbag pieces of shit. I wasn't no PT stud, by far, ever, never. But you know what? I still did what I had to do, and I bitched about it when I did it. But I didn't go get a profile because I have fucking balls. I had the fucking balls to fucking stand up and do what I had to fucking do. I didn't go bitch about it like, oh, put me in a profile. My pussy hurts. Fuck y'all. And then you want to go to the VA and claim shit? For what? For what? All that shit, you made it up. You fucking lame ass piece of shit. Fuck y'all. Sorry.
That was exciting. That was cool, man.
No, man, I can't stand that shit. I see them on Facebook, bro. On fucking Facebook. Getting these games. Oh, got my sweat on at the gym. Bitch, you couldn't even carry your motherfucking rucksack. Oh, but you're proud to be a vet. Go fuck yourself. I hope you get hit by
last
fucking LMTV.
Brought to you by Planet Fitness, where they're a judgment-free zone. Work out comfortably with Planet Fitness.
And that was a truth bomb brought to you by Redleg Custom Woodworks. Go on and get your boom. Rounds complete. Nah, but I mean, that's one of the things I get passionate about, malingering motherfuckers, because they're the ones that are clogging up the VA system. Wait till you get out, bro. Wait till you get out and you try to file claims, and then you're stuck because there's these malingering motherfuckers that didn't do a goddamn thing, but all of a sudden they want compensation. Bitch, did you even go out the wire? No, I still got PTSD. I thought we were gonna get mortared. Really? I fell asleep to the fucking incoming alarm.
The one thing I was able to do today is I got my medical records. It took 2 months, but I got them today and stuff. So I'm very, I like to think I'm very proactive. So I got all my medical records on the CD. Just in the event that I get the word, hey, thank you for your service, time to get out. Right. I have shit like the first thing I'll do is start the VA process, and all that stuff. Like, so if anybody's listening, just make sure medical records documented. You're very proactive on that end. Start thinking about what you're gonna need when you get out. That's how I'm not there yet, but that's how I'm thinking, is what I'm gonna need on day one when I get out, and am I able to support myself? Because I don't want to get thrown into the wolves.
Bro, I'm gonna give you a couple of places to look at. combatcraig.com or Combat Craig on fucking YouTube. Combat Craig, disabled vet, lets you know how to get your shit in order when you're filing a claim. Now, it's not about robbing the system or thieving, because the system's already rigged against us. It's about verbiage. It's about getting your fucking evidence in hand prior to submitting that claim. Dude, combatcraig.com or Combat Craig on YouTube. Look him up. Great fucking content on there. Another one is a Facebook page. It's called Veterans. I'll tell y'all right now. Veterans fucking assistance. I'm on that page right now. I just got on it. And all they do is just fucking throw out information on how to fucking make your case and win it. You know, it's called the Veterans Claims Assistance Group. It's a private group. You'll have to answer some questions in order to get in there. And but if you're a veteran trying to figure out how to fucking navigate these goddamn tough ass seas of the fucking VA, it's beneficial to you, you know. And dude, it's, you know, believe it or not, out there are some unicorns that fucking exist in the VA. And, you know, it sounds like it's mythology, but they're as real as dragons were. And that leads us into our next motherfucking conversation, bro. You like that segue?
Yeah, it's a good transition.
That's a segue, right? I like that segue.
Yeah.
Bro, for crosstalk is something we haven't done in a hot minute, especially because my boy hasn't been here. Oh, by the way, Dowden should be coming back here either next week or the following week. We're going to have him back.
I'm going to be here. I'll be right here.
Awesome sauce. We're going to have the group back together, man. Fucking Pep Boys, Manny, Mo, and Jack.
Let's do it.
Even got the mustache growing. But yeah, dude. So I've been doing a lot of thinking about fucking dragons, bro.
Okay.
And I don't mean fucking dragons like Rick and Morty did on fucking in season 4 or 5.
Yeah.
That one got pretty fucking wild there. By the way, big Rick and Morty fan.
Sure. I didn't want to bring it up, but I was paying attention to the shirt right off the bat.
Appreciate it, man. But yeah, dude, Rick and Morty, love Rick and Morty. People could hate on the last seasons. That's because y'all know what? Y'all expect more shit, and he's just playing into your emotions. Go ahead, say it. I know you got something to say. Go ahead.
People have unrealistic expectations of the show, man. Like, dude, they overthink it, and when they make fun of the people that criticize it the most, and those are the ones that are like, this episode's not funny.
You don't get it.
I don't get it. Well, the show's about you, dumbass.
It's supposed to be meta. Whatever.
Yeah, it's good.
But back to the dragons, bro. I think dragons, I still think dragons are real. I think they still exist. And I believe in dragons, bro.
I may not believe in dragons, but I believe in dinosaurs. I mean, dinosaurs are still around.
Well, I'm sure they're still around. I mean, look at the fucking tortoises. Look at fucking
the
reptiles.
Komodo dragons, man.
Komodo dragon, right.
Fuck, well, man.
But I mean, I think about it like, you know, there's two things I think of when I think of the fucking dragons. And I think about it, I break it into two parts, all right? So there's the mythological animal, right?
Okay.
The beast with wings that blew fire. But if they weren't real, bro, if they never existed, why are they found in every single fucking continent in some way, shape, or form? The Asians, the Europeans, the Americas, all of them have some sort of dragons. So that tells me either A, the motherfuckers were real, or B, they saw something in the sky that shot out and attacked them. And the only thing they could akin it to or compare it to was a flying beast. And through time, as time goes forward, this beast turns into a fire-breathing dragon. Because, go ahead.
The oldest. No, I'll let you finish your point because I have a thing.
My biggest thing that threw me on it was I was thinking about the Chinese calendar, the zodiac, right? The Chinese calendar. They have all animals: the snake, the rat, the dog, the bat, the cat, the ghost. They all were there when you left. You're right. Oh shit! Flashback. Had a cadence. But they have all these fucking real animals.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're going to throw in a motherfucking dragon that doesn't exist. Just saying. I mean, I think they are real. And I don't think they're in a grandiose fucking fashion like they make them seem, you know, and they weren't always just killed by knights or, you know, dragon slayers. But I do think that they were like giant pterodactyls. You know, and as far as the fire breathing goes, hear me out.
Yeah.
Did you ever light a fart?
Yep.
What if they fart through their mouths? I'm just saying, why couldn't they light their breath like we light methane out of our ass?
No,
I'm just saying.
You're probably correct. And,
so that's what I think. What are your have you ever given any thought to it about dragons?
When I was younger, I was like, man, what if it would at least be one that survived, one something, unless he died. Like, there was no ice age, so like there has to be one that would have survived in South America, and like hiding or something in somewhere. I think you kind of touched on it. I think it was a shooting star, and somebody's like, man, check that shit out. Shit was on fire. It was just dragging across the sky. What'd you say? I said it was dragging across the sky. Oh, a dragon? Okay.
Flying across the sky?
It's a dragon. Okay. Yeah. And then the Chinese are like, what are you calling it? Dragon. And then they just like started drawing this fire. Well, how do you describe it? Well, it's just flying fire. And then it was in the sky. I think it had some scale. I don't know. I was kind of drunk, but it was flying fire.
Had too much sake. Too much soju.
The Chinese who originated like writing and stuff were like, okay, I'm gonna write this down. Translation might be off, but I'm sure nothing's gonna come.
And since their eyes were slanted, you know, they couldn't get the figures correct. I see where you're going with it. Cancel me, motherfucker. Cancel me.
No. No. And then so misunderstanding of what this guy said led to this poorly written explanation of this thing in the sky. Now they created dragons. This kid, the emperor's son's like goo goo gaga dragon, and then he starts drawing, and then he tells his guards this is now an official animal. And then word through horses, they go into the Middle East. They spread the good word. People get hung because they're explaining this dragon story. This person that's at the execution is like, why would they hang this innocent man about spreading dragon conspiracies? That I gotta tell the people in Europe about this. And then they go to the Vikings and shit. The Vikings shot their heads off, and they're like, fucking. And it spread. It spread faster than COVID.
All right.
This whole dragon thing.
All right. I'll play your game on that. I'll follow you up to one point.
Yeah.
You got all of Asia and Europe together. Got it. Explain the Americas.
Okay. That's too easy. So as information went west into Europe and then south into Africa, you know, naturally, because they're connected through the Middle East,
I'm listening.
Yeah. Okay. Then also, those tribes also sent people up to the east, and then when the because back then it was frozen, when the connection between Alaska and Russia, that road was frozen, people went across, and then they slowly went south, and then the information went down, and then people went into South America, and then
I'll
information
play your
spread that
game.
way too.
I'll buy that for $1. I'll RoboCop that ass. I'll buy that for $1. I was gonna go more
We
along
hate
the
it because it
lines.
makes sense.
I wasn't gonna, I didn't think of the comet angle. I really didn't. I was thinking more of the UFO angle, just because flying machine, hovering, shooting out death rays. I think that's a little more plausible than your comet theory, but I'm just saying. I mean, I think dragons are real, though. I really do. I really think that they are real. I mean, why wouldn't they be? Just why wouldn't they? Sharks, dude, in Brazil, in the Amazon, hear me out, in the Amazon, how many fucking species are there that we haven't even discovered yet of animals and insects? In the Americas, all right, in the US, the continental US, in the flyover states, right? How much area is there that hasn't been touched by a human?
How much fucking underwater, like,
Bro,
the world is what, 80% water or some shit?
Yeah. So with that said, dude, who's to say they don't live underwater in Atlantis?
Okay.
Just saying.
I mean, there's giant squids, and we just act like that's normal. Like, there's giant fucking squids.
Yeah.
Like,
or dude, how about fucking giant crabs? And I'm not talking about the creepy crawlers on your nutsack. I'm talking about giant fucking crabs, bro. I think it's believable, it's plausible, it could be out there. Now, I don't think, again, look at fucking I was watching Joe Rogan, and this is kind of what inspired me to think about the dragons. Look at the claws or look at fucking birds, hawks, eagles. Their wingspans are huge. Why is it so hard to believe that fucking, we come from a fucking human species that never thought they could fucking land on the goddamn moon.
Yeah.
But here we are. We put William Shatner in space, goddammit. Oh, Captain Kirk.
Hell yeah, America did.
Goddamn right. Well, Bezos did. I don't know about America. Bezos did. And so nobody ever believed that would happen. So why couldn't we believe that the Earth, not the Earth, I was about to go to flat Earth. Why couldn't we believe that there's fucking dragons in the world, bro?
Yeah, they could exist because, like, yeah, there's a creature in the sea that is much more intelligent than us, has a big ass brain, can shoot fucking ink, turn different colors, can communicate using pulses, has 8 fucking tentacles, right? An octopus, right? Like, this creature exists.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a fantasy. It exists. And they're huge. There's a squid that's like bigger than boats. We have creatures that can defy gravity and fly in the sky. We have bugs that their whole purpose is to like suck the blood out of humans. Mosquitoes. We have fucking anteaters with giant tube noses. We have panda bears. We have koalas. We have fucking alligators that they're just crocodile, like they're alligators that just float in the water. We have elephants, like giant creatures with long tube noses, and this is all normal to us, right?
Hold on.
So why is a flying reptile not normal? And bats, fucking bats. We have bats.
That's the giant bat in the Philippines. That's not a regular fucking bat, bro. That bitch is Dracula. It's about 5 feet fucking tall, bro. This is a bat.
Yeah, but you're crazy because you think a dragon is real.
Mm-hmm.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So that's just my thing. What do y'all out there think, man? What do y'all believe? You know, what do y'all believe that there's dragons out there in the world aside from dragonflies?
Yeah, and imagine if they could fly into space and breathe like normal. They just swim through space.
I think that's a little
Why?
overreach
Why is it weird?
because of the void in space, no oxygen, no air, no cold, freezing.
So animals live in Antarctica, right? Fish live in the deepest, most highly pressurized parts of the ocean.
What lives in a vacuum?
Miles below the ocean, we have creatures that have little light bulbs that come from their skulls.
What lives in a vacuum?
Huh?
What can live in a vacuum? Can anything live in a vacuum?
Yeah. Things, if can a rocket fly through space?
With propulsion.
Right.
Well, how the fuck is the propulsion gonna get from the dragon? It can't flap its wings.
There's satellites that we shoot up, right? And they're solar powered and they have like little wings that expand out and then just called solar flares. Think of solar flares too. From the sun.
Once in a while. I was following you for a while, but now I think you're being condescending.
No, I'm not.
And you know what's funny is I was just recently told that I was being condescending to you. You like that segue?
Yeah, I
like a segue, right? That was a good segue.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, dude. Apparently, I'm condescending, and I would like to introduce the author of me being condescending. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Do me a favor. Can you entertain the guests or the listeners for a few minutes while I go and get our.
So if you think about it, right, we always think that space is this vacuum and stuff. But if nothing could ever travel through it, then how could comets and meteors fly through it? How do we send rockets through it, right? All we just shoot these metal devices with people inside of it, life inside these rockets, and just a little bit of propulsion shoots these things through space. It wouldn't be hard to imagine a creature or an animal being able to fly through that same space.
And we're back. I thank you for that. I appreciate you filling in that time for me. But what was it we're talking about right now?
Of course.
What was it I said we were going to talk about?
Condescending.
Condescending. Yeah. So I've been informed that I've been very condescending to you. And I had to bring the author of this because have I been condescending to you?
Me personally, I don't think so. I feel like I am the condescending one because the way I talk sometimes could be a little bit sarcastic, and I try not to be the one that is condescending.
So I don't know if she wants to be on cam.
I don't think that you're condescending. I think that you're a smart aleck, but I think there's a difference between being a smart ass and being condescending, because being a smart ass, this is just a sarcastic response. But when you're condescending, you're acting like you're Mr. Know-it-all. Stop putting me on camera, fucker. You're acting like, for instance, the comment that I made on the video, y'all were talking about COVID and the vaccine and him being like, but doesn't the vaccine supposed to prevent COVID? And like questioning you as if you're a fucking physician.
Well,
and just going off of what all the professionals and the scientists who have been studying. That's like having fucking Fauci come in and say, you don't know how to fire a fucking paladin. Let me show you, because this is what it's supposed to be. No, you're the professional in your field. They're the professionals in their field.
I'm not being paid by the government to lie.
You were paid by the government to lie.
But No, I was lied to by the government who paid me.
So then why are you mad about it now?
The way I perceive that is I see it not as condescending. I see it as somebody that is very passionate about their view on the whole situation. Me, I take it with a grain of salt because his view reflects the view of millions and millions of other people that believe the same thing. And for me, I think I would be condescending if I said, "Nah, man, you're fucking wrong. You're stupid." Like, no, and this is why. Let me give you some facts, and then I just throw facts at him while talking him down the whole time.
But he was talking down to you.
I was not talking down to him.
Let me tell you, I couldn't even finish the episode because it was so bad. I was so sick of it. I was like, he's in a mood. I know this man. I'm gonna fucking slap him. Like, I don't know how you have the patience of a saint. I'm just saying.
I think anybody else that isn't open, like, I try to expose myself to different views. I have my views that he's not going to agree with, other people are not going to agree with. I know that if I can speak openly about my views with him and he'll either take it or leave it. I know I already know how you're going to take it, man.
But we at least get an interesting discussion. You know,
yeah, we'll talk about it. And I know if you be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like, I don't agree with it. You're stupid. Like, but I know what to expect. Right. If I talk to some person on the street about like what I think, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I know that they're gonna be like, no, man, this goes against science. Like,
I don't know. I mean, we got into a pretty good conversation / argument in Fort Sill when we were in school together.
But what I'm saying, normally, yes, I usually listen to every episode of Midweek Memo. I don't listen to Shoot the Shits. I never do, never have. I told him those are his to say what he needs to say, but I listen to the Midweek Memos. And that was the one episode where I feel like normally when you guys have that conversation, it is a give and take, and it's your opinion, his opinion. You're calmer than this one. He's the crazy one. But I don't mean literally crazy. I mean, you're the great value Bert Kreischer, like out of control one. Like, yeah, you are. And stop staring at yourself making faces. And he knows that just busted him on that. But this episode, he was in a mood. And I don't know if it was, I don't talk to him about COVID stuff because he thinks he knows it all. He knows better. So we don't have conversations about it. I don't talk to him about, look at him. I don't talk. I do my thing. I still wear a mask wherever I go. Okay. I still, he says that, but I'm the one going out in public all the time. He don't go anywhere but the 2 weeks out of the month. Let me
tell you how contagious this Rona is. She was sick with it about 2 weeks ago. Did we quarantine?
3. Okay, but you're the one sitting here saying, but I had it last March when
you're the one saying I didn't have it.
Well, you're claiming that you have the antibodies and you did have it.
But you're saying that I didn't have it.
But you're saying that you did. So why don't you get tested and see if you did?
Fuck no.
Then shut the fuck up.
My name is not going on a government record for that shit.
You are owned by the government. You're still fucking owned by the government.
Whatever. Anyways, she says I think she's condescending to me.
No. Okay.
And by the way, this is the banter you would get on the Dilo and Lilo podcast, by the way. Geez. That's a good fucking plug right there.
Yeah, the advertisement's up here.
Yeah, I forgot how to do that shit.
That's why. Here's a cool transition, right? That's what makes America so great. Like, it's just, why make it great again when it's already great? That's what I'm saying. Because we have different opinions, right? Different opinions and views on how this whole thing is happening under one roof. And I made my argument 2 weeks ago or whenever I did with the soda can. That's about as graphic as I could get. Like, that's as much as I could enjoy your visual examples. That was
for those that didn't see that. Can you please do the soda can analogy?
You get a shot, right? So
I remember yesterday.
I want to drink out of this can, but there's COVID around and stuff. And so I give the can a shot because there's wild hands that crush cans walking around, right? Mm-hmm. So if I give it the shot, it won't get crushed. right? So I gave it a shot. Wild hand comes in, crushes it just a little bit. Oh, it's got COVID. I can still drink out of it. That's me. That's me. I'm the kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the juice inside of it, the soda. If I don't get the shot, crazy wild hand from the sky comes out and it's like, bam, can't drink out of it, damaged forever. Like, and like the soda's leaking out and stuff. So you don't see the result of the damage immediately, but little drops are coming out and stuff. That's because you didn't get the shot. Like, it's good. It's good right now, but give it a few years, it's gonna be empty. Can't use that can again. It's useless. Fucking should have got the shot.
Yeah, I saw an analogy earlier that said that it had to do with diarrhea and wearing diapers. And in order for you not to get diarrhea, you have to wear diapers for the other person not to get it. It was a pretty good analogy. I have to find it.
Then why do you bring it up if you're gonna?
Because I couldn't remember it. I shit all over that. But anyways, so can we put to rest? I'm not a condescending asshole.
No, you were in that episode.
No, I was not.
Yes, you were.
I think you're a condescending asshole.
Okay.
Bro, I wrote a letter pouring my fucking feelings out. Pouring my fucking feelings out on paper, bro. Yeah. You know what she fucking tells me? Sounds like you're having a fucking pity party.
What?
It was about how my disabilities are fucking with me at work.
No. Let's get the story right. Let's explain it right, not the way you want it to be. Let's talk facts. Okay. So he wanted me to write a letter to explain all the symptoms that I've been seeing and everything and how things are progressing and how it's impacting his sleep, his work, what I've witnessed, all of that. And he's telling me the doctors don't give a shit about you. So don't put how it affects you because you don't matter, right? So obviously they don't give a shit about feelings. So I'm just writing states and facts, like just statements of fact. He does this, it affects him this way. He does that. I witnessed this, blah, blah, blah. And then I have him read it, make sure it's okay. Oh, you didn't put anything I wrote in my letter. And I'm like, but it's not about that. Like, that's your fucking feelings. You said the doctor doesn't want to know about that shit.
No. Her exact words were, you sound like you're having a fucking pity party.
The doctor doesn't want to hear a fucking pity party. That's what I said.
And then she says,
not for me.
Then she says,
not for me.
Then she says, look at how you ended it. I'm the sad clown.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to put that on there? I'm talking like incidences and symptoms I've observed. And I'm like, continuous twitching at night, like very clinical in everything that I'm writing. I'm not putting anything emotional into it. This causes him not to sleep at night. He gives him headaches at this, and this causes that, and it impacts his job. But okay, but also you've conditioned me as your military spouse to say, fuck your feelings, mission first. This is how it's got to be.
She's being condescending. So
I think we need to look up the dictionary definition of condescending so you understand. Because you keep using that word, but I don't think you know what it means.
That's what I was gonna go towards, because I think you can't. I'm not one to take sides, man, but
everybody always takes my side.
I can't get it both ways, right? I love my upbringing because I got tough love and stuff, but I have to be consistent. Do I want tough love? Am I happy because I got tough love as a kid? Am I okay with getting tough love as an adult? What if somebody gives me tough love as an adult? How do I treat that? Is that disrespect or is that respect? Or are they just being brutally honest with me? Like, so we have to kind of decide, like, what do you want? Do you want the tough love with facts and stuff? Or do you want somebody to tell you what you want to hear?
Here's the thing, Irina.
Yeah.
What I had asked her to do was to type what I had typed up and put it in a more fucking legible way to read. Break up paragraphs and shit like that. Bullet points. Got it. This motherfucker didn't put anything I put in there. So I submitted mine separately because it was my lay statement. mine of how I feel. I'm supposed to let them know how it affects me on the day by day, how it makes me feel. Because guess what? Some of my fucking conditions have to do with my fucking feelings. And I hate to say that like that because it makes me sound like a bitch. But, you know, I hit a fucking massive depression a couple of months ago, Irina. Like, I didn't even know I had it until it fucking hit me. Like, bad, bro. And I've been like this for over a year and some change now, almost like almost 3 years. And I didn't even know it was there. But I mean, you know, and then to have somebody say, "Oh, you sound like you're having a fucking pity party," that one kind of hurt, bro. It stung below the belt. Like, damn. Let me go ahead and cheapen. Let me go ahead and cheapen you and your rag.
But I was not saying what you do, Mr. My Missy hurts.
Dude, that was funny though. You gotta admit.
No, it wasn't. Funny. It was stupid. Those are, I was not saying fuck your feelings and you're sounding like you're having a pity party. I said the doctor doesn't want to hear you having a fucking pity party from me.
It's not how I remember
from
it.
me. Yeah, well, then you need to get your hearing checked, reevaluated too, because you hear what the fuck you want to hear.
That's called wife noise. Anyways, with that, that was the old lady here. Thank you for coming here. Wait, what?
No, but let's hear. Guess what? All right. What did the doctor say?
I still
while you guys are like going over like while you guys are arguing about perspective and who like what was said and what was said, what did the doctor finally say? Like, oh, this shit is trash. Did he take a side? Did he say anything?
I won't find out till Monday.
What do you think? Is he gonna be ruthless towards you guys if you have different ways to write something? I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so. And I think for me, that for me,
fucking bitch. You heard that, right?
But I don't think the doctor's gonna be like, yeah, whatever. And then so all this energy that went into debating on the pros and cons of the forms is basically in the future you're gonna be like, why did we even argue about this shit when the doctor was like, oh yeah, he probably didn't even read it. He's like, oh yeah, this is cool, man, don't worry about it. I get 1,000 of these. From
your mouth to God's ears, my friend. Mm-hmm. Dude, I think stay just like that. Go back to that pose. That should be our fucking thumbnail for Dilo and Lilo. A podcast brought to you by the maker of the On the Gunline podcast. Go check it out, Dilo and Lilo.
I guess that's my cue.
Yeah. So
I'll go finish doing what I was doing, replacing the fucking doorknob on the back door.
I got a knob you can slob on later.
For my
I'm still here, you know.
Oh, well, you pay to play, baby. You got some money? You want a view?
No, I'm good.
All right. So, anyways, I think that was a good little breakup in the monotony that, you know, we had. I don't think I'm condescending. I think that, you know, I think you and I have this relationship where we speak to each other. We get each other very well. You know what I mean? You've never disrespected me. I don't disrespect you. We talk shit to each other. It's funny. I don't think I've ever been mad at you ever, to be honest. No, I can't even think about it. I think some of your opinions made me want to fucking choke you.
I can be very out of control and irritable, so I always think that I have no room to talk or criticize anybody because I can be very annoying.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, but I can be, and I've seen it. I've done it, and some people have actually like stopped me and told me, "Dude, chill the fuck out! Like you're being annoying."
And you tell them, "Shut the fuck up, bitch."
No, and they're right, because sometimes, you know, I just get carried away, and so I just know there's nothing. I treat things like nothing could ever like really like hurt me, I guess. If somebody has a different opinion, I respect the person enough to like just go like, you know what, I just don't agree with you.
Yeah.
It doesn't change that we're friends.
That's the maturity, though. I think that comes with maturity with time, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I honestly can't think of any time where like I've seen you pissed off. I mean, I'm pretty sure there have been times. I just can't remember them right now. But so that's something I've worked on for years. It's where
I always leave people with a good last impression that makes you completely forget that I was an asshole. I'll give you a compliment before we end the conversation, and then all you're gonna remember is that compliment. You won't remember that I was talking shit the whole time, or like chewing you out or whatever. And that's my like leadership style,
Yeah.
where it's like you won't even remember that I just like ripped you in half because I'll just ask you like, "Hey, do you want a Twinkie? Like, do you want to do you want to play hockey? You know, later?" And then you're gonna be like, "Yeah, sure. What a nice
Shit.
guy."
Speaking about sports, bro.
Mm.
Dodgers, man.
Oof. What's the score? Is it looking bad?
I don't know if they lost game 3 yet.
There's always next year, man. It was a good time. I will always remember the part where the Dodgers and the Giants were trashing on the Padres and saying not this year. So
This motherfucker.
hey, good luck.
Hafid, you hearing this? God damn, we won. We won. Woo. We're only back one game now. Braves are up 2-1. So, but we won
You
6-5.
figured I'd go to one of the games since the stadium's like an hour and a half away.
Are you
less.
serious?
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Oh, dude, you know how much it'll cost to get in there though?
Probably a lot. Yeah.
Nut and a half, I would think. Better be worth it.
Yeah.
Nosebleeds just to go to be at the NLCS. Shit, I'd give my
Watching
right.
the game from my phone on the top.
Dude. Oh, anyways. Dude, last time we were speaking, we ended on something that we never finished. And I said, we'll talk about it this week. And then we never got back to it. Honestly, it's because the shoot the shits have pretty much faded away, bro. And I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to have to bow out of it. I don't see any shoot the shits anymore because, you know, life's happening. People got things going on, and I just don't have. Now, if anybody wants to come and shoot the shit, I'd be more than glad. But I think I'm just going to keep it at one episode a month. I mean, one episode a week. What do you think? What are your thoughts on it?
I think so, man. Just consolidate. My opinion is always been that you focus on the quality of one episode so you don't oversaturate a product, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the demand is there for more,
Mm-hmm.
then you just give the people what they want, you know. And then but I'm not saying that the demand isn't there. I'm just saying focus on the one thing. It gets you more creative.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel so like you're having you're saving content for one thing,
Right. Or like I'm pulling shit out of my ass for another episode.
Yeah, and then it becomes two completely different series, you know, like your wife just said she only watches the midweek memo and stuff because the other one is completely different. There's no connection, I'm assuming.
Well, the reason that she did that was because the midweek memo was something more she can relate to versus the shoot the shits where we're getting to know another military veteran. And that's mainly the reason that I stopped doing the shoot the shits, because there hasn't been a outcry or an outpouring. But at the same time, I don't go out soliciting people to come on.
Yeah.
You know, it's if you want to come on down. Like I got one of my homies, he's gonna come on here soon. So I think I'll save those like for, I guess, whenever somebody shows up and wants to shoot the shit on a Saturday. But keep the midweek memo consistent, you know, on Wednesdays, and then fucking do the shoot the shits whenever I have like a bonus episode, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah. You can do why not just do both? Like combine the two, you know?
Yeah.
Midweek, man, because midweek is easier to digest because it's in the morning on a Wednesday when people are driving to work. They want to listen to something on the drive. I just now started listening to podcasts in the morning. Never did that before because I like to just tune out and listen to music. I don't like to listen to different things, but I just started listening to podcasts in the morning on the drive. Now I can't wait to get in the car and like listen to people talk while I'm in the car and stuff.
Yeah.
Which for me, like a few months ago would have been weird.
Yeah. I remember we had this discussion Hence why you wanted me to do YouTube's versus fucking.
Yeah, and like people, I change. I change my taste, my way I do things change, and so I think it's harder to do that on a Saturday morning because people are off. Like people just want to tune out sometimes, and they just want to go to sleep or spend time with family.
You're right.
It's how I see it and stuff.
How about I just take off midweek memo and just call it on the gun line?
I mean, just do both. You can do both.
Just call it on the gun line midweek memo, huh?
No.
I think because the midweek memo just still sounds very catchy. It's like it's memorable. It's the midweek memo from the On the Gun Line podcast. I don't know. We'll talk about it more. But anyway, man, I think it's time we call it a night because it's already 8:30. It's 9:30 in your end, and I don't want to be any more condescending than I've been told that I am. The fuck was that?
Keyring.
Why are you throwing a keyring at me? Why don't you put it in your nose?
Why do you have one in my nose?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, hey dog, I appreciate you as always. We'll have the fucking what do we call it? Let's see. We'll have the Pep Boys here together soon.
Yeah,
I think it'll come back to its glory of having the civilian, the veteran, and the active duty man.
Active duty.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, he's a veteran too, though. The recent veteran, the old veteran, and the active duty man. Who's really not active duty, I mean.
See, now we're just putting titles on things and stuff.
I know.
Might as well say like they, them,
Oh, don't get me started on that shit, bro. I already had one rant today. All right, let's end it on one more question. One more question, all right? To you and to the listeners. Toe sucking. Yes or no?
God. Dude, if I would shut that shit down if I showed you what my toes look like right now. You would be like, you know what? At end of conversation, not even, no.
First of all, I'm not sucking men's toes. There's one.
It's a toe.
You gonna tell me you never seen some girls' cute ass feet? And been like,
no, man.
Suck them bad boys.
What do you think? What do you think people paint their toenails, man? Because they're covering all the crust.
Not all of them.
Ugh, man.
You gonna tell me that you don't look at girls? Shut the fuck up. I'm talking about there's some girls out there that got some pretty ass feet, man.
You could be Jeff Bezos telling me I'll give you $5 billion and stuff if you suck that girl's toes. I'll tell you straight up, no, man, not gonna happen.
Really?
Yeah. Because next thing you know, you're like, man, I'm rich, and then you have like a tumor on your face. Like,
bro, I mean, you're not gonna go suck on any motherfucking feet, bro. They gotta be cute ass toes, bro. Okay, you gonna tell me you don't need ass?
Yeah, why not, man? Yeah.
So you don't see a little bit of a difference there?
Yeah, man, because I guess they sit on their ass, but they're walking on it, man. I don't know, man. It's just gross.
Bro, I'm not talking about after a fucking running a marathon, you're gonna go and goddamn lick on the sweat.
Now you're kind of changing the rules, Now you're
no. I'm talking about if
changing the goalposts,
bro. No, I'm talking about you fucking with your old lady. She just got out the shower. She looking sexy as fuck. You're like, let me get them toes.
Nah, because the fact that we have to wear shower shoes in the shower, like that should tell you that like there's stuff down there. No,
fool, you eat at what babies come out of and people pee out of.
Yeah.
You don't see a problem there. Blood comes out of there.
That shit's iron. That's iron for the inside.
I'm guessing you have your Red Wings. So with that, we'll end it here. What do y'all think, gunliners? Let me know. What's worse, eating pussy, eating ass, or licking toes? We'd love to hear that here on the Gun Line. Hey, man, it's a pleasure as always, bro. I needed this, bro. And for all y'all listeners out there, keep on sucking them toes, baby. Unless they got jam in between. or fucking corns all over them, looking like fucking Iowa and Idaho. Blech. More corns in motherfucking the Midwest. All right, y'all. With that said, rounds complete. End of mission. Gunline out. Bye, motherfuckers.